Hi, this is GAC 008. I'm Ana Reynoso, and me and my teammates are gonna give some important reading tips for the IELTS exam. First tip, read each question carefully. Before you answer anything, read each question properly to make it easier to find answers later. Second tip, skimming. Skimming is a strategic selecting reading method in which you focus on the main idea of the text. When skimming, deliberately skip text that provides details, stories, data, and other elaborations. Just focus on the main idea of the whole text. The third tip I give to you is to learn how to scan. Scanning is reading a text quickly in order to find specific information. For example, figures, names, dates. It can be contrasted with skimming, as we talked about earlier, which was reading quickly to get a general idea of the meaning. And the fourth tip I give to you is to improve your reading comprehension. You can improve your reading by literally reading by your own and your free time. You can do it as a hobby. It's pretty fun. That will improve your vocabulary and you won't have any problems on the real thing, on the real certification. Also, your mind will get used to reading. So you'll create your own mental strategies to keep the information right here.
Focus on the ideas, not the words. Let me explain it to you. When you focus on the ideas, you don't lose time and you remember things that are important to go on. But if you focus on the words, you're gonna lose time and it's worthy. The words don't are necessary good. They're always make you lose time. So you better focus on the ideas, remember them, and go on. Don't lose time. The next step and reading tip is to use strategies like skimming or scamming. It's going to work so good. Believe me, you won't lose time as much as they tell you. So if you use scamming and skimming, you're gonna do well. You think, or you can underline stuff to memorize it or remember things instead of, oh, let me check and go and like that. So skimming and scamming, use more strategies as you can. The more you use, the more is a chance or a possibility to get you a good grade without losing time. The next thing or step that you could use in a reading exam is underlining stuff, and it's not as difficult as it sounds. Everyone does it. So underline stuff ain't important to the exam, or that you could use maybe like in the next page. So yeah, it's not that difficult to explain it. Next step is one of my favorites, is do not panic if you do not know the word. Use the context. And it's really easy. In a written exam, probably it's going to be a story or a few stories about, I don't know, anything. So let's pretend. In this story, there's someone who's eating an apple pie, and there's a word that we do not know. So we're going to use our common sense to try to figure out what is. Maybe the person who's eating the apple pie is, I don't know, doing it this way, and it gives us like a little context to know about the meaning word.
It is really important to improve your reading skills so you can read faster at the time for you to have more time to answer your questions. Another useful tip is do not leave any question unanswered so you can have more marks at the time of answering your exam. You can also organize your reading time to improve in focusing and not only in fast reading. It is also important to do not sacrifice retention for speed when reading.